Hello team and family. Today we're working on comparing and ordering rational numbers. This is example number 3. Write the numbers in order from least to greatest. Zoom in a little bit. There we go. Least to greatest. So, first thing, let's start with number 9. I'm going to take 1 3/10, 1 1/3, and 1 34/100, and I'm going to order them from least to greatest. First thing I need to do in order to compare and order rational numbers the easiest, I like to change them all to decimals. So luckily 2 out of the 3 are already done. The only one I really need to change is 1 1/3 to a decimal. So when I'm changing mixed numbers or mixed fractions to decimals, I can change it to an improper fraction and divide, or I can go ahead and take the fraction and divide. So I'm just going to divide 1 by 3. 3 can't go into 1, so I put a 0. 0 times 3 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. Bring down a 0. Looks like it's doing the thing where it just keeps repeating. So my 3 numbers are 1 3/10, 1 333 thousandths, and I can just put a little ... because it keeps going, and then 1 34/100. So when I'm using decimals, I like to draw lines kind of in between so I can figure out how to compare them. And then I'm going to put zeros where I need to, so I know that those are kind of place value holders. So now I'm going to look at the first number, 1 1 1. They're all the same. So I know that I need to go to the next place value, which is the tenths. In the tenths place value, they're all 3s. So then I need to go to the hundredths place value, and I see a 0, a 3, and a 4. So it looks like my first number is 1 3/10. So I'm going to go ahead and put a line through it because that was number 1. Next, the 1s are the same in the ones place. The 3s are the same in the tenths place. But then I have in the hundredths a 3 and a 4. Since I'm going from least to greatest, I need to do the smaller one, which is 1 333 thousandths, but it keeps also repeating. So I'm going to put a comma, 1 333 thousandths, comma, and then my last number is 1 34/100. And so that's in order from least to greatest. I could have also used a number line, but for this, I think that putting these lines, these place value bars, is the best solution. Number 10, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to place them in order from least to greatest, but I need to change 2 7/10 to a decimal. So you can always divide 7 by 10 if you don't know. 7 divided by 10. Add a decimal above and below the line and 3 zeros. 10 goes into 7 0 times. 10 times 0 is 0, and 7 minus 0 is 7. Bring down the 0. 10 goes into 70 7 times. 10 times 7 is 70. 70 minus 70 is 0. So my numbers are 2 0 7, or 2 7/100, 2 7/10. And the reason why I put the 2 back on front is because the 2 was the whole number in the mixed number. And then 2 67/100, and then negative 2 67/100. So I'm going to try to do this with the number line. I'm going to put 0 in the middle. I know that negative numbers are less and positive numbers are greater. So an easy one I can get rid of right now. Negative 2 and 67 hundredths I know is going to be the first one. So I'm going to put negative 2 and 67 hundredths. Next one, I look at the place values. I see in the tens place there's a 0, a 7, a 6, and a... well, this one actually I should draw a line through. So there's really only 3 numbers that I can use. One has a 0 in the tenths, one has a 7 in the tenths, and one has a 6 in the tenths. So I know that the 0 one is next, and it's going to be to the right of 2. So put 2 here, put a little line next to it. 2 and 7 hundredths. So I'm going to put comma 2 and 7 hundredths. Next one after that, I have, draw a line through it, I have 7 in the tens place and 6 in the tens place. So I know that 6 comes before 7, so 2 and 67 hundredths. So I'm going to put that third, 2 and 67 hundredths. And then my last number, which comes after that, is 2 and 7 tenths. 2 and 7 tenths. And I'm going to go ahead and put that number last. And you could always put a 0 at the end and know 67, 68, 69, 70. So when I look at these numbers, they're in order from least to greatest. Make sure that you box in your answers. Make sure you box in your 2 answers, and you are good to go.